Alright tankers, it's Mad and welcome back. So I've got a little bit of advice for you guys if you haven't finished your Motherland ops already. If you have, probably a bit late for you, but tidy little game to watch anyway. Yeah, so I've been finishing the Motherland ops. I've done it, finished it yesterday. Got my Motherland, not overly impressed. Type 59, still a way better tank. Anyway, it was a free tank, although I've lost probably 3 days of grinding. My tanks I should be grinding, to grind Russian tanks to get a free tank. Anyway, so what I want to tell you now though, the first couple of days I spent hours and hours and hours grinding high tier Russian tanks, but with the matchmaking being so ruined as it is at the minute, with Motherlands and just high tier Russian tanks hanging around everywhere. I had one game with 12 IS-7s and 9 IS-4s in the same game. Yeah, high tier Russian tanks really like to kill French and British and German tanks. It's a lot easier than killing other Russian tanks. Anyway, so I had 30,000 left to go. I was getting bored, so I looked through my garage and thought, what's a lot more fun and what's a little easier way of getting this last 30,000 done? Well, I pulled out the tank you can see now, the T-127, tier 3 premium Russian light tank, but it's basically a tier 3 premium Russian heavy tank at tier 3, but it's got a light tank symbol. It's an amazing little tank. Definitely a carry tank, definitely a Seal Clubbers tank, and this is going to be some of that. Yeah, so the last 30,000 I did an hour and a half with this tank. Admittedly at the lower tiers you tend to earn less experience, but I've had games in this thing, 4 kills in 2 minutes, and just under 2k base XP. So if you can do a k XP per minute, obviously you've got loading screen times and all stuff like that. That's how I managed to get 30,000 XP in an hour and a half, and it finished off the grind quite nicely, and it was a lot more fun to do than constantly getting in tier 10 games where you've got either 15 Motherlands per side. Well, that wouldn't be a tier 10 game, would it? Oh, you know what I mean. I've had games yesterday where there was a few tier 10s either side, and then the rest were Motherlands, no tier 9s, completely screwed up matchmaking. It just wasn't fun. And the trouble with giving out free tier 8 premiums is a lot more people that have probably not played tier 8 before are now at tier 8 and fighting tier 10s. And a tank like the Motherland, to fight some 9s and 10s, you need to use premium rounds. But a lot of newer players will just sit there and continually bounce rounds off fruitlessly off a tier 10 vehicle. Yeah, so it was not fun, but playing the T-127, yeah, this thing is fun. It just spits rounds out. This game was pretty good. I didn't switch to my premium till I had to fire at a tier 2, and this is the guy here, the Hotchkiss. That is one badass tier 2 tank, especially to fire at with a premium. A lot of the tier 3 regular tanks can rip through that thing, but the premium tier 3s from range have a job. But there we go, Hotchkiss down. That's kill number 6. And also these games are why they don't give you Kolobanovs and Radleys and Paul's medals below tier 5. Because I'm going to get 8 kills in this game, and then the very next game after was a bit of a tearjerker, a bit of a heartbreaker. I'm going to save the replay for another video, but I'll show you some screenshots. Oh man, another 8 kills. Would have been 10, but this one tank just happened to luckily finish me off, and I finished on 8 kills, 1500 damage in a tier 3 game, so that'll be a bit of a heartbreak video. Might even do a review video on the T-127 at some point with it. Yeah, this one was a lot quicker. We're nearly done. Mess this shot up. Get the kill on him for kill number 8. And if I'd have pushed forward a little bit sooner, there goes the artillery. And there's just one tank left, but the aim time's going to mean I don't get any shots into him, I don't think. But T-127, what a fun little tank to be doing stuff like this in and earning as much XP as you can quickly. Also, some other tanks I would recommend is Su-76I, something like that. That would be very good for seal clubbing and earning as much XP. See, there we go, look, 2,700, well, nearly 2,800 XP for a few minutes work, plenty of medals, 800 damage. And when you're doing that sort of XP every few minutes, your Motherland ops just go that much quicker. Anyway, right, there we go fellas, just going to show you these screenshots. Right, here it is, tankers, the very next game. Trouble it was a very long drawn out game, and I just wanted to make a quick video. 1500 damage, ace tanker, 8 kills and 4,500 experience without a double, and that is how to Motherland really quickly. Pull out your best Russian SEAL clubbing tank, go down the lower tiers and pick on some French, British, German tanks and just have a lot of fun. Well, I hope this advice helps guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.